What the hex is you guys talking about?
I'm going up into the right.
Pulsechain chain.
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
The biggest winner, of course, was Hex, and we want to know, well, what the heck?
What the heck? What the heck?
What the heck?
What the hex?
What the hex is going on with this bull market?
What the heck is up with you, man? And you and your negativity all gone. It's a positivity storm
It's
you're
super
providing.
green candles. We're pumping. We're coming through. We survived it. You guys, a big shout out to all my crypto warriors. We survived the 2.5 years of bear shite.
Well, I died many deaths by 1,000 cuts. And then I'm resurrected anew today.
Look at our beautiful logo. We got the What the Hex logo. Actually, I've been experimenting with merchandise, you guys.
Yeah. You
So
ordered
we have
the toothbrushes,
the toothbrushes, and we have
the
the
fuzzy
t-shirts.
slippers.
Look at this.
Yes. We have slippers. We have bandanas.
The What the Hex t-shirt. We have a What the Hex coffee mug.
I did not know this.
It even works in the green screen. And
Wow.
but wait, there is more. This is now for all the Hexican housewives out there. Always
Is a
handy to have around the house.
Can we show this is a family show?
Speaking of fluffy slippers, is
Yes.
brand new DJ vinyl slip mats
What?
with the What the
What's a
Hex
s-
logo on them.
What's a slip mat?
This is what you need on your
You put it
turntable,
under the carpet so you don't slip and slide?
so that the couch doesn't move around the house.
Oh, nice. It's like you have a creaky like table. You stick our slip mat underneath and it levels it out. What
The
is that
fluffy
really?
slip mat.
What do you do with this?
Where you play music as a DJ. This is awesome.
Oh, I see. That's what it is. It's a DJ thing. Oh, neat.
It's a DJ thing, right? It has the hole in
Oh.
there. You put that on your
Oh.
turntable and spin it
Wait a
around.
minute. Can you
and
turn that around again? Turn that around again. It's about just my size. What the heck is going on with this discussion? So you went right to Slipmat. You're appealing to the DJ community. You
Excellent
play-
air says, I did not see it in my mailbox. Exactly. I sent one to Peter to Slovakia or wherever
really?
that is in the Eastern Bloc. So
Wait a minute. Wait. I have a question.
Yeah.
If I were to get myself an old-fashioned turntable, I could put a slip mat on that
Then
and
it
actually
slips.
have it turning in the background slowly on 45.
Oh,
that
yes.
speed. 45 is faster though, right?
like that lady on the Axion Chill Show had it. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You might not want to do that.
Axion's chill show. You're bringing me
Yeah.
back to a very dark place. You know that.
that
it's a
Hex
very
copycat
it's a very sensitive point for me.
scenario.
You know,
I
the
know.
heck Axion. You know how many Axion wrecked plebs I had to fucking dust off
Oh
in
my
the
god.
Telegram chat?
I
they
can
were
only
saying-
imagine. I wasn't really around
Oh,
this whole
fuck,
scenario.
fuck that shit.
Let me say hi to the chat. We got 20 people watching. That's awesome. I know we got like last week on the Hex Monkey episode, Hex Monkey 369. Shout out to him. Thank you for coming through. We had 700 people watching the show on the X. So it's really about the replay gang right now, but even more important, other people that are watching us live. We've got a number one in the chat, Rarus. who says smash the likes. That's a very good comment to make. So please smash the likes,
Please
hit the
smash them
follow,
likes.
subscribe, all that good stuff.
Mm.
Hex Enthusiast is here with the good morning. And we got a Wookiee on the chain. There's Hexy
Woo!
Quinn in the chat. Miss Avalon coming through. Toby, he's supposed to do the TA thing today.
Yes,
so
he will. He's
we'll
updating his
see.
charts. He's drawing his
Yes,
triangles.
Alan, with the rainbow. TA with Toby. You got Hex on Air. Nomad is here. Good to see you. Preskelto checking in with that new YouTube channel. Is another fellow YouTuber on the internet. So please go check him out. Preskelto. Soon on the Pulse Tube listings as well. I've been working on that this afternoon.
Wait, hold on a second. Are we over 1,000 right now? Alan Fizime
Yeah.
says, how did this... What? We don't deserve this.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. So the community has really come through.
Has
But
responded, yes.
now that
Thank
we
you.
have this, YouTube added another metric before we can like get the super chats and all that. They would say,
Oh.
okay, you got the followers now, but now you must have as a total of 3,000 subscribers. No, 3,000. What is it? 3,000
3,000
hours of
Oh.
video watched, which
And so
wouldn't be a
yeah.
thing for us if we could count all of our old episodes. But
Credit
even though
for-
they're
yeah.
as a copy on the channel, we can't. It doesn't count. So
I-
we have to keep grinding, Papa B. It is what it is.
I'm telling you, BG Cryptomatic, I am brimming with excitement for the day to come when Alan Fizime, in the height of the bull market, pops off with those $2 super chats.
Yes, and not
to
the
get
fake
the me,
Canadian,
me
the
stuff,
real
yeah.
one.
Yes.
So yeah, that's that. Okay, let me see.
Hmm.
Yes. So what is going on? I mean, we got lots going on.
Huh.
Our supreme leader is tweeting again. I don't know
yeah?
what is this even? Is this like from a movie or?
This is from... Yes, it is from... You do not know this movie. You have
No.
children. They have not seen...
Oh, it's a kids. Is it a Disney thing?
Unfortunately, it is now owned by Disney, yes. I'll give you a hint.
Right.
The Space Lord.
I know the Sith Lord.
Okay, all right. Actually, you know what? I think you should really see Defenders of the Galaxy Part 1, 2, and 3. You've basically had your head in the sand during
Right.
this entire last decade to know
Yeah.
who these characters are. I did not know that they were in a printed media at one point. I just said, oh, look at this really funny and silly movie. And it was a lot of fun, the first one. Then it's like, oh, this is the Marvel Universe. I'm like, oh, okay.
If it's not the highest of stakes, I'm not interested.
Then you don't watch it.
No.
You know, Toby got me my box. He gifted me a box set of this movie.
Oh, really?
Can't wait to buy a DVD player to actually watch it.
Yeah, that's for many people. That's a bit the issue with the DVD player. But
yeah.
you can buy a PlayStation 3, a used one.
Oh,
on
let
the
me
eBay.
just go buy a game system when I don't even have a DVD. Listen. Moving parts is something that we grew up with, and in my what's up, Cabana? In my soon to be streaming lair, someday it'll be finished. My dream is to have a player of every type of media, of all the formats that we grew up with and yet are stranded by. You know, my dream is to have a really great VHS player, a really great 8mm player, really great, all this shit.
What the heck?
What the hex? So I've almost accomplished my dream. I have a digital video tape player now, but I do not have a Blu-ray player. I do not have an actual component Blu-ray player. It's only
That's why I'm
my
saying
PC.
get the PlayStation 3. It has that built in.
Okay. Then I have
So
to buy
that's-
games for that too, don't I?
That's the pro tip. No, you can just put the highest of stakes in there. But of course,
Oh!
you can also play GTA whatever version. Yeah,
Can I
that's
just-
Cabana
no,
here.
I'm gonna put-
Papa gonna be playing GTA.
Is that the one where you can you can you get the lady of the night gets into your vehicle and you have your evil ways with her, and then you refuse to pay the tab, so to speak, so you assassinate her. Is that the game that we're talking about?
I don't know. It's more the game where you can just walk around the streets and drag everybody out their car and take their car.
Yes,
That's how I
that too.
remember it. But
I remember that, and I also remember going and getting the hose, so to speak, to get in your car, and then you have your way with them, and then you assassinate them, which is the it's the democratic way, right?
I've got hoes in different area codes.
Okay.
So he's
so
tweeting,
what-
look
so
at these
what
charts.
did he-
These
what did he
charts are
tweet?
really nice.
Can you read the tweet, please?
Which one?
The Richards one with the there above.
The
What
humble
is it?
thing? Oh, no, that's
What-
boring. I'm a humble
no.
author, philanthropist, philosopher,
Oh,
founder
yeah.
of multiple
Next.
billion-dollar things.
Eh,
Called the
I
top
can-
on the day. I focus on making the world a better place, not taking selfies with overpriced things. Here.
Oh, congratulations!
That's
I-
new.
I'm glad we can come to that conclusion.
We love that new humble Richard. Amazing.
I don't think that the word is humble. I think the word is classic.
Or classy.
Classic Richard. Because he
Classic
still starts with the boastful comments. You don't boast you're humble when you're humble. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that slam there. But no,
So they just slammed that
you
there.
know, it's nice. Yeah, you know what? It's a brand new day. This is like coming out of a sewer tunnel or something, you know? It's
Yeah.
stinky in there, and it's dark, and there's rats as big as dogs. And then you come out to the light of day and you say, I think it's time to go shower off and get like a human again.
Yeah.
So it feels like that to me. And I didn't want to admit it. I wanted to be the holdout to say, I don't know, this could be a sucker's rally. But, you know, it's really, it's getting me positive now, Mr. Angry Hamster. How about you?
Yeah, that's the second tweet, which I wanted to look at, which he's all about. Look at these charts. Oh, look at all these buildings. Like, you know, it's, when country people come to the big city. So look at these charts.
Yeah.
And he had the Pulse and the Ink and the Pulse X,
Oh,
and they're all moving in line. And it's been overall a green week for the Hex
Wait,
and Pulsechain ecosystem.
did we break the W? Did we break out yet? Look at go back, and that could be something there. There's like there's a massive W and a little W. And the little W, if we break out, I think we'll confer with Toby that if we break the little W, zoom out, you can see the bigger W that we also break.
Well, this was really a Cabana
Oh,
who said
Cabana
on the
that said something.
Here he said it's a cup and handle
Yes,
situation,
yes.
which
is-
it was, and now
Yes.
we broke away from the handle.
Oh,
So I don't know about W. It's
Can
a
you-
very weird W. Yes, it's an
bist
inverted.
deine versteh die W?
That's two tea leaves raising. Is an inverted head and shoulders. It could be,
No,
which
It's
is
a-
very
it-
positive.
it's a Cup und Handel.
It's a cup and handle.
It's a
But
It's a Hexel und Gretel.
But if we go for a little weather report, I mean, since what else is there to do since we're waiting on our superstar guest who had a bit of a doctor's appointment issue came in between, so he's running a little
Penis
late. But
enlargement.
he's already the hexiest man
Well-
on the planet now. He used to be the hexiest man alive. There's another Hexican I already met in real life.
Oh,
And we just lost 5 years on that comment. But anyway, he is now the hexiest man on planet Earth. It's a new title,
ah,
right? and he is running late, but he will come to the show. And somehow
Yeah.
Hexy Quinn, where's that going?
What's the matter?
Must have foreseen that.
Yeah.
He's late, huh?
No surprise. Well, this is a very tight 1 hour format show. Would
It
it
is.
be the first time in a long time that we have ever gone over that 60 minutes?
Well,
We shall
maybe
see.
since,
I don't. I may be able to be persuaded if he shows up.
yeah, since it's all
Mm.
about the green candles this week, we might go
Oh,
a
sweet
little longer.
green candles.
Mm.
Sweet large green dildos.
So if we look at this pulse chain, let's go to the daily chart.
Look at
That's
that. What is
a
it? What is it, St.
nice
Patrick's
W.
Day?
That's a that's a serious W. So
Yeah.
this has a lot more room to grow, and so should be all the others, since they're always moving in tandem, sort of.
What is
Well,
this?
yeah, there is a W everywhere, but this didn't really work, so we'll see.
Is
This
this
is still the big
Hex on
sideways
Ethereum?
on pulse hex. That's P hex.
Oh, P-Hex.
E hex is a bit more convincing. That had a bit of a stronger
Ooh,
bounce, wicked off at
wow.
0.012 cents.
What are
so,
you You know what? This is not TA. I
No.
think this should be a new segment, or we're gonna call it EA.
It's a weather report.
It's emotional analysis. There's no technical to it. Look at this, and it's big, and it bounces, and and we're going to go up now. This has been emotional. That's a new segment, right? So Toby is the technical analysis.
Yeah.
I will provide. You and I can provide the emotional analysis.
We bring the sentiment. Validators. 53,000 validators running on Pulsechain. Still an APR of 10%. It's coming down, but
I like how you round everything up.
it's still good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's be precise. 9.54. The blocks are still doing what the blocks do, so that's nice. Bridge, if we look at this, is still the liquidity here. So this is nothing to sneeze at. The biggest portion is still DAI, since we might know who the biggest DAI holder in the world is. Of course, the biggest bridged and stuff is DAI. EHEX, USDC, lots of Ethereum bridged, over 6,500 Ethereum. And then down here, they're mentioning 32 million USDL, which is the liquid loan stablecoin. Created out of, So, but it's stable. And bridged out only 7 million of the weak lettuce pleb hands that have left and extracted from the system. But since this ratio is lots more in versus out, I think we're all good.
That's finally changed. That's like changed with Congusto. That was a lot of criticism back in the day, saying people just
the Pepe days and all that stuff.
Yeah, but we had to go through that. Those were the dark, early stuff. We're now 9 months old now, so we're big boys. We can make poopy in the potty.
Yeah, it's a layer 1. Our layer 1 is number 1. And also good to see that there's more DAI bridging over in recent days and weeks. So this is all very positive. What else is here? The gas is okay.
Okay.
The Gwei,
so are we the go through gopulse.com show? Because hurry it up, man.
Let's switch to Apex Win for a change.
Oh God. How are you, DJ Cryptomatic? Apparently very well. Did you drink schnapps this morning or what?
I'm doing the weather report. Look at all these active wallets. Look at this.
What?
30,000 wallets. Look at all these daily transactions on a new hat. It's probably all this NFT and Gopher stuff that's being minted. So
can I speak to this for a second? Just
please.
One quick second.
Yeah.
Okay. Now look, I'm a big fan of bleeding technology. When it comes to like formats of recording media and all sorts of stuff. In my younger days, I was always the first to buy any gadgets and stuff because I lived in Tokyo. So something comes out, I'm like, oh, version 1, I gotta go and play with this new toy.
Right.
I gotta say that over at b9.xyz, we had some devs looking at the V1 404 code for this NFT Frankenstein thing, and then V2, and I gotta say that it's an it's beyond bleeding tech. It's evolving, and it's riddled with things, incongruencies and contradictions and conflicts and holes and security issues, in fact. So
say it ain't
please,
so. This is supposed to be the revolution, the best new thing coming
V1
out
lasted about 3 days, right?
in crypto,
or 2 days.
Sliced bread.
Yeah, well, it's compelling. The story is very compelling. You don't have to go to OpenSea. You can get your NFTs. Problem is, the pictures, the little JPEGs loosely bound to some code, actually cycle. So you have a set that cycles. So whenever you send it from one wallet to another, your JPEG or your picture is going to change. So if you have it in a wallet, you have to keep it set, which some could consider a feature, not a bug. But the other stuff that I'm talking about is, all about the fact that there are keys and there's an owner and it's irrevocable, and lots of other interesting things in the code that maybe if you're an actual RH, ecosystem type of connoisseur or a participant or fellow admirer, a fan, you may want to definitely play with this Who's-Its on a fresh wallet, please. It's unproven. It's not a standard. Don't think that because people are throwing this 404 nomenclature out, it sounds official. It's just experimental at this phase. So you're going to go for this gopher thing, or you're going to go for any number of things that are cropping up. Do not play with your Vault wallet on this whole game, because there are some things that are not known and some vulnerabilities, and like I said, some very strange things going on the V1 code. We're looking at V2 now. We're trailing the whole output of the community and outside the community with this fungible, non-fungible type of thing. So please, extreme caution. Do not use your goodie bags to play with this shit. Thank you.
Good. I had 2 more scams that I actually wanted to talk about.
Okay.
One we're being warned about. This is a German article here. This is actually a scam that's taking place in Vienna on the streets.
Wait. Before you continue.
Yeah.
The fake Bitcoin is the silver one.
Now, this is a schnitzel country. This is Austria.
Schnitzel.
Vienna is the capital of Austria. And they are, like, crooks are approaching people on the street, handing them something that looks like a Bitcoin paper wallet, and tell them this is the key to 0.2 Bitcoin or something like to the value of around 10,000 euro. And if you enter the private key, you are supposedly getting that Bitcoin, which is of course, for one, not happening, and number two, to activate the wallet, you have to pay a fee, and you have to give them all your details and emails and phone numbers and SIM swap and ideas.
Don't tell me the gentleman giving out these flyers on the street is not particularly dressed in, let's say, a tuxedo.
I've personally not met him yet, but
he's a guy. He may have the smell of old Drano, a little bit of whiskey, and perhaps some homelessness,
body odor. Yes. So that's really going on in Europe at the moment. So please be careful. And then the biggest scam is still Valentine's. So there is a $1 billion honeypot, they say, for criminals to lure people into dates that are lonely on Valentine's Day. And I didn't know this was a thing. So
Oh
it's
well,
a
you know,
$1 billion
DJ,
every
DJ,
year.
I'll explain the scam to you. Okay, ready?
Right.
Hi, you look really nice. Would you like to go on a date? I would. We've had a good date. Let me get the bill. Thank you. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Excellent. Would you like to go home? Yes, I would. Great. I will take you to your door. Excellent. I had a great time. Me too. Good night. Oh, okay. Good night. There
I
it
mean,
is.
this I had actually happened to me. so that's okay, but this must be something else here. Like there's some
What,
online,
you mean
like,
dating? Dating
pay-
is the scam.
pay to play or,
just kidding,
or
of course.
whatever. So just I don't know. So there's a lot of scam. You know who's the biggest Valentine's Day scam?
Toby Wanixobi is.
Toby XOV, who's currently not paying attention. So I tried to get him on the show earlier, since we're still
what?
waiting
What's
on
going
our.
on? Why is Toby here without his
on our
camera and
guest?
without everything ready to go?
I don't know. I think he's
See,
on a-
this type of activity belongs
Coming.
in the green room.
I'm coming. Sorry, gentlemen.
No. Arriving.
Here's Toby One, the
Hello.
drama king. What's up?
The drama, the cringe lord hater. Look out! I'm
Cringe
coming
Lord
after you.
Potato,
Don't
welcome
Coming
to
after
the-
you.
Don't
Gonna
let your
disparage-
drama. Don't let your
I'm gonna
drama seep
disparage.
into this show. Yeah,
I'm disparaging everyone. Disparaging you
You're
all.
coming in hot
Yeah,
with the
turn
mic
down your
there,
mic.
Toby.
This-
Sorry.
What is it always with your microphone?
He's always
I don't
like
know,
fiddling
man.
with it right after the show. He like randomly tweaks all the switches
Do-
and things.
Do I look like I'm at home?
You're homely.
Yeah, of course. Hang on.
You look like you fell for a Valentine's scam.
Yeah. Too much wallpaper
Okay,
to be in a modern.
yeah, this is my
You're
parents.
still blowing me
Lower,
out
lower,
with the.
lower, lower,
So,
yeah.
lower,
Go
lower, lower.
Gain down, please.
I can't adjust gain on my laptop, bro.
Well then,
Hang on.
sit
One day
away from
when
the
we're
damn unit or
stinking
something.
rich, I will hop on a plane, fly over to Arizona or wherever it is
Throttle
you're
you,
at, and
yes.
I will fix your microphone at the house.
Please.
How about
Thank
that?
you. I will
Can you
take
not
it.
can you not speak at it? Can you point it away from your face?
How
or
about
something?
how about that? Is that better?
No, it's equally irritating. It's really hurting my ear. Please unfuck your shit, bro.
Okay, well, I don't know how to turn down my input on
How about-
my
how
laptop
about-
microphone.
How about speak softer? Let's
I
speak
can do
inside
that.
voice.
You
There
want
we
me-
go. Thank you. Yeah, be nice.
You know me and nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
How's that?
Yeah, inside voices. Inside voices.
No, I can't hear you guys. Hang on.
Now I get an echo, so you're really fucked up now.
Echo.
Echo.
Okay, well, let me get. Oh, do you know why? Hang on. Let me put the headphones back in.
Talking into the wrong headphones. Yes, okay. Time waster.
I don't know, man. I'm trying my best here. I'm at my parents trying to help out. We've got a gap in like the nursing schedule, so I'm like kind of
And
trying to keep an eye on my
TA
dad. And TA time. Oh, you asshole. So yeah. So anyhow, I'm doing my best to try to help you guys out. Apparently, your other guest just bailed entirely. So take what you can get, Papa.
I'm glad you're finally wallpapering your breakfast hutch that you're broadcasting from.
You like
Yeah.
that? We can have some scones if you want to
Pretty
come over.
fancy.
Don't
I may
forget
say
the
so.
fine china in the
Yeah.
sideboard cabinet. Yeah,
It's
you
right
need
there.
that.
China going.
Right
Very
there.
classy,
We'll pull out-
Toby. Very,
we'll
very,
pull out the
very
good stuff.
chic, very
Is that the
very-
at the country house? He is.
Oh yeah. I think
Did
there's
you
a
say
bottle.
at the country house? What was
I
that?
think there's an airplane bottle of Canadian Club up there. Maybe I'll nip on that a little.
Can you
Ugh.
handle it all? An airplane bottle?
I don't know, dude. I'm trying. It's been a bit of a week, but yeah, no drama for me, bros. No drama for me. So hopefully things will be squashed. Dip catcher. I gotta say it. I'm just gonna say it. Okay. Here's the deal. I reread my post and I can understand how it could have come off a little
Get me out
under.
of this place, DJ Katana.
intended.
Get me. I don't like the. Thank you.
So, what? I don't understand.
So even
We
though
like
I said, please
Zipcatcher
don't-
on this
yeah.
show. Gold key, sort
I
of,
li-
kind of.
yeah,
sort of,
I
but
like-
we have no.
I like them
issue,
both.
really.
I like them both. I've
We
I've
like
teased
coins, we
I've
have
teased
the
Gold
picture
Key.
and the you know that.
I've teased Gold Key,
easy
but,
voice, easy voice. Easy.
I've teased Gold Key. And Dipcatcher I've always had a good relationship with, so it's like I can understand why he got upset. I did send him an apology. Hopefully we can talk about it, and then we can have a constructive discussion. So
Speaking of talking about it, we seem to have broached the subject that I asked
Yes.
to maybe avoid. Let's talk about the green candles and the TA time.
yeah, I mean
Toby.
I shared my screen. Talk to your partner there. He's not putting my chart up.
TJ,
Oh wait, I think I figured out
you
how I
know-
can adjust.
Do you know how this
How
jingle
about that?
was
Better.
actually created?
Microphone's better. Cool.
Look at this. A with Toby.
Nice.
TA with Toby.
you're doing it like
This
over
is
and
me.
over and over. again.
That's
This is the
great,
outtakes,
dude.
me sitting
I
here-
love it. I love it.
All right,
I
TA
love
with
it.
Toby.
I
I'm
love it. I
gonna
love
bring
it.
you like,
Never would
Was
have
that-
guessed that that was
was that
DJ Cryptomatic's voice. That's awesome.
like it.
on the vocal.
That's awesome.
there. So, do we have a Bitcoin chart? Who cares about this?
Do you want a
next
Bitcoin
thing
chart?
this week?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can do. I can do
What do
a
you mean? Who
Bitcoin chart.
cares
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this? Go to Bitcoin. What the heck are you?
I can do a Bitcoin chart. It's like I didn't know we were
We're
doing
going
Bitcoin today.
parabolic.
And this is, hey, I tell you what, this will actually be very telling because I have not even looked at this Bitcoin chart in a minute. So we'll see how accurate my stuff was from when I touched it like weeks ago, maybe to tweak it. Okay, here we go. Bitcoin. That's bonkers. Okay, so let's see if we can zoom in and see this, what's going on here. So what I had done, you can kind of see this thing. Let me kind of get it a little brighter. See this big yellow thing? This
Are you doing
is
the
a
copy of previous
It's a
markets?
fractal.
that's a fractal.
copy-paste.
That's a fractal, right? So that's a fractal of the previous cycle, right? When we ran up prior to the halving, and then the dump after the halving, and then the second top, right? Because we double topped in the last cycle. So what's really curious to me about this, just looking at it on the fly, is look at the chart. The chart literally had that little peak. We dipped, whereas the previous fractal kept going up and then dipped. So we dipped a little early, but we're right back in it. So if we follow this fractal, by the halving, we're at $74,000.
Well, what do you know?
So not too shabby. And then
And where does it retrace to after the halving?
the retrace would bring us actually back down to around these levels, about
Around,
46K.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
But what if this time is different?
I need a
'Cause
shirt
this
that
is
says
now the institutional cycle, right?
Right.
And
Yes.
BlackRock is gobbling up Bitcoin like never seen before. So on the weekly, they're adding again thousands and thousands.
It
every
will be
week.
interesting to see. I mean, I would imagine corporations of that magnitude would have stricter regulation as far as how they can do things. So you won't see the kind of manipulation we've seen with larger players in the crypto space before, maybe. And it would be against their interest, right, to just like dump massive bags after they've bought it up.
The
So-
pullback will be one for the history books, but
Yes.
whenever it happens. But what I've came across some whale chatter on the Twitters who said, yeah,
Like that.
since when do whales make the ghost?
It's like a dolphin. I don't know. I think I can only
Yeah,
do
I
dolphin
don't do
noises.
No.
Yes.
It sounded more like this. And they said, forget about all your 4-year cycle story that you had in previous years. This is different now. This can take the whole crypto space to just epic new proportions. So we might actually not see at the moment, we might have no clue where this can go. And they were talking like positive. So we,
Right.
we can go to 300K Bitcoin a pop. No financial advice, as always, on this show, but it's a
Awesome.
possibility. And looking at that we just breached $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin just yesterday. I mean, this is amazing. This is huge. This is big. And all the I got a bunch of articles, but I want you to do your TA stuff first about how much Bitcoin they now have under control, and now Ethereum starts to move alongside with it. I mean, we might be really at the beginning of something absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
What do
it
you
could
think?
be entire. It really, honestly, could be different this time. I know it's kind of a meme. It's going to be different this
Yeah.
time. But it's like, with all the new elements in place, it's like it could be a situation where we don't have the kind of cyclical pullbacks that we've been used to, right? And that
Yeah.
makes sense over time too. Just as something's more adopted, it kind of becomes more stable. That was always kind of my argument with Hex. It's like, eventually, I think over time it's going to stabilize, because it's like if the whole purpose behind it is it's a store of value, you don't want your store of value to have 80% swings, right? And
Right.
it'll kind of normalize, and people are going to be happy
99.
with the yield, and or 99.5, right? So
I'm okay
but
with
it's-
80% drawbacks if they last a month or two, but not
Yeah.
2.5 years.
Right. It
That
is.
a bit much.
Dude, look at my streams from 2.5 years ago, and look at how much older I look now. So it's like, it is definitely taking its toll. But yeah,
it's
so that's
hard,
that. Do you want to hop over to some RH
Yeah.
tokens?
Hex
Okay.
Pulschain.
So let's do
Of course.
back to. Hex. Is that the one?
Oh yes.
That's not it. That's the
B9
good
is
one.
pumping too.
Oh, this is
B9
it. Yeah.
Hey,
B9. Hey,
crazy things.
thank
can
God it's benign.
Craziest
happen.
of
Thank
things.
God
can
it's
happen.
B9. Yep.
Thank God it's benign. These are the things you think about when you get older, gentlemen. Thank God
Yes.
it's benign. So, okay, so this is my box of pickup sticks. All right, so this is the yellow ascending channel that we've been working our way through for a while. We're pretty much right on the midline of that now. That also happens to be hitting on the 200 EMA, which is the magenta line, if you guys can zoom in and see that at home. And you can see that we did a breakout of this descending orange channel, and the measured move on that is, it's pretty much dead nuts. I mean, I can show you, but it's like, we pretty much moved exactly the height of the channel. Boom, right there, right? So that's pretty much where we're at on that. And then basically we're consolidating a bit, and we're doing it right along the 200 EMA. So the question becomes, is the 200 EMA going to be resistance or support? Right now it's resistance. If we break above it, it could be support. This little diagonally looking orange line here, that I'm going to change it to white so it sticks out a little better. And then I'm going to show you where I got it from. It's over here. That's what could be a flagpole. So in this descending channel that we were just breaking out of, this could actually be the flag of a flagpole, right? Of a flagpole of a bull flag. So the measured move of a bull flag is typically the height of the pole. So we take that from the breakout, and that actually takes us above the yellow channel and to our next target, which would be between 1.7 cents and 2.2 cents for EHEX. For EHEX that we're looking at right now, right?
If only Peter were here to sneer at you.
Oh, of course. And then
If you find a yellow patch of snow, don't eat it.
do not eat the yellow patch of snow. Now, this was the fun moon mathy stuff that we did last time, and we're still in line for this potentially playing out, right? So as we work our way up, there's going to be different resistances along the way, which there's been, a fair amount of volume in these areas. So it's like, those are typically good indications that maybe we're going to stutter step through those. Don't see us blowing right through those levels. We're probably going to get some resistance along the way. And then also these, the EMAs, the 21, the 55, the 200, the 100 EMA are all going to kind of work their way up as we continue to progress. Downside targets, is going to be back at the top of the orange channel, which is going to get us back down around
downside targets, upside only.
Well, I mean, just so people know, if we do pull back, it's typically not an unhealthy thing, and we did not make it down to the bottom of this yellow channel. So I think the breakout's begun. It's like because we just rode the bottom of this white channel for so long, and then we started making this pattern to move our way up. So I think we're obviously in an uptrend. I personally believe that we should have some continuation, barring any black swan events. But there is a possibility that we could come all the way back down to around the 006 level if we wanted to retest the bottom of this yellow channel one more time on our way to the top of the larger, giganormous white channel that's been going on all the way since all-time high. So I think we're working our way up. You know, the top of that channel is the top of that channel is going to be about 4.2 cents, depending on when we hit it.
Touch points on the bottom.
That's the top of the current channel, the bottom of the future channel.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, so basically,
what's the measured move?
it's channels.
The measured move.
The measured move, okay, is if we're just doing the vertical measured move of the channel, and we break out. Listen to me. Listen. Hush. So if we are going to make the measured move of the parallel channel, and we do that around the time of the halving, then that would take us to $1.03. I think everyone would be pretty happy with that. Now, if we're going to do kind of like the flagpole of the flagpole thing, if this is a gigantic, which is insane, because this is like flags don't usually play out like this, but hypothetically, if this was a ginormous bull flag over the last 3 years plus, and we break out around the time of the halving, typically that flagpole, I'll show you here, the flagpole is, there's the pole, right? And then you go from the breakout. And not only will it show you the height, but also the timeline that it takes. It's uncanny how these kind of will play out, not only to the upside move, but the time it takes to get there as well. It's really weird. You can back test it. It's kind of
put on this
nuts.
ticker here.
So what's interesting about this is that actually takes us into January, February of 2025.
Yes.
And a price target of over $10.
Oh my God.
Yahoo!
I don't know. I mean, maybe. You know, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just showing you what the patterns could indicate is
and
coming.
then what's the measured move of the measured move? The measured move.
And then the measured move of the measured move.
How
is a
quickly till
gazillion.
$1,000? God damn it!
It's a gazillion. Takes us to a gazillion. So now let's hop over to this one. This is PHEX, right? So PHEX, we have kind of a similar thing going on, and as far as channels within channels and bull flags playing out. Now we don't have the history. Yeah, we don't have the history to work with, which makes it harder, right? Because you don't have as many data points. However, it could be said that, you know, we've got 3 touches on the top, 2.5 touches on the bottom of this yellow ascending channel. And as we're kind of working our way up through it, we have hit the top, kind of come down a bit. We got this nice little juicy double bottom thing here that I drew, the little ching ching. And like the Underalls commercial, right, Papa? And so
can you zoom
we
out,
got that.
Zoom out and compress again. I think I see. No. Back. Longer time frame.
Here, longer time frame. Yeah.
Not in.
So,
not in.
Yeah, so this basically takes us back to launch.
I see a double D pattern.
I hear some background music.
You always see a double D
country
pattern.
music show going on, or what is?
I don't know what's happening. But anyhow, so same kind of deal here. Like if this orange channel that we already, let me zoom in so you can see it a little bit. So same deal, we had an orange descending parallel channel. We broke out of that. We didn't quite make the full move of it yet, but it worked its way out of that channel, and then we're consolidating. Because we don't have enough history, we don't have longer EMAs to kind of reference, right? So we don't have a 200 EMA or 100 EMA yet that's really going to be of use, you know. So we've got a 21 EMA right here, which we're using as support right now. So that's kind of like all you kind of got to work with these shorter lived projects. So, with that being said,
EHEX.
this is PHEX.
PHEX, because I see the wrapped pulse.
This is hex and pulse, right? So same deal, flagpole. Here's my white flagpole. If this is a breakout of that, what's curious about this, because I'm always looking for confluence, is where does it take us? If this is a breakout of a flagpole pattern, it takes us literally to the all-time high.
Wow.
For PHEX, which is 4.3 cents. So awesome. That usually is a pretty good indication, like, hey, maybe this is accurate because it's pointing, there's like more than one thing pointing to the same spot, right? So that's fun. Now, if we go from there to pulse, flip over here real quick, similar situation. So this is pulse die, right? So basically same deal. I didn't bother with like a larger pattern because I think it's good enough to look at the bull flag that we could potentially be having here as well. So you've got this large run up back from the beginning of January. We had the parallel channel that was a little less steep. The breakout of that channel, which we didn't quite make. My goal on that was to get to 1.68. We peaked out around 1.578. So close, but not quite there yet.
No
And then here's the flagpole, the white flagpole of our orange flag. And if we do that move, not only do we go like to the all-time high of Pulse, we go beyond it. And something I was talking about the other night on Game Theory Gang is what's called a blue sky breakout. And that's basically once you get above your previous all-time high, unless you're doing like, Fibonacci stuff to kind of get an idea of how far it could go and how hard it could go, it's a blue sky breakout, which means like you don't know how high it could go. And depending on
Do
the
you
FOMO
think
and
that,
the stuff that comes
like-
in, it could go absolutely bonkers.
Do you think like most of these like malicious kind of actors that we, the 50-week Richard Hart thing to shake out the losers or whatever, do you think we achieved that? That
I don't know. I feel like that's a
blue
little bit of
skies
cope.
from here.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of cope, that logic. I think really it really more aligns with the halvening, because think about it. It's like, he launched in May. The halvening was 11 months later. That's almost 50 weeks. So I mean, to me, that makes more sense. If there was any timing involved with him to get that launched, I think that makes more sense, because then you want, just like with Hex, you want to launch in a bear, so you can kind of like not have people just totally, especially if you're giving free coins to people or people that have been waiting a long time for their sacrifice coins to hit, to just dump relentlessly. We saw enough of that, right? But it would have been even worse if we were in a bull.
Right, but this tweet of his we showed earlier on the show, that he posted yesterday, I think this is what he's doing. He's starting his blue. Here's a random blue line TA thing, from the all-time lows of these to potentially in the future brag about another 10,000 X on one of these, or 1,000 X or whatever it is.
Yeah, we touched on that
so
too, because that was the thing, like the
that is
Zurich.
positive, I think.
Yeah, the Zurich meetup, like that's where he copped to the fact that Hex had technically not done a 10,000x from launch. It did a 10,000x from the all-time low.
From the all-time low, and this tweet hints in the same direction.
Yeah, well, of course, it's like
he doesn't. He deleted out the first 2-3 weeks and then or months. And it's fair because especially in the first 2 weeks the bridge wasn't working right, so those numbers were all out of whack and there were no stable coins 100%, and
it's like statistics. It's like you can make stuff look the way that favors you. So it's like, obviously, if you want bragging rights, it's like you're going to measure from the bottom, right? And just like people that want to shit on Hex appreciation or Hex dumping, they're going to measure from the top to now, right? They're not going to look from the beginning of time on Hex and see what people are up. So
Toby. Now look, I don't mean to spoil things, but you've attracted a guest that is near and dear to my history in crypto heart, and that is Donovan Jolly, who's a new addition to our community. So
I like Donovan.
Hats off to you. You and I both were students of Crown and Eric Crown and his method. And I can see a lot of that in your TA here. It really looks like the way that Eric would have put things out, and that's great. But Donovan Jolly, isn't he more of in the Wyckoff type of camp? He does a lot of this type of pattern type of thing.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting maybe to compare see if there's confluence between your way of thinking with these patterns, and then Donovan next week to show us.
Yes, he'll be on the show
absolutely.
next week, and he's going to TA in his very own way.
That's awesome.
The RH coins we already spoke about.
Am I being wait? Am I being replaced?
But you need to be on your.
He doesn't even have a mustache.
No, but you need to be on your A game next week.
Yeah, right.
You better.
I'll tell you already. Fib retracement guys. I'll tell you already. Elliott Wave guys, Fib retracement guys, all those people, it all lines up the same. The thing is and I've explained this before, it's like mine is like TA for dummies. It's like it keeps it really, really simple.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
It's TA by a dummy.
Well, duh. I mean, that's a given, right? Of course, it's like I'm all bad things in the Hex community for sure. But yeah. So basically, it kind of takes the edges off, which are important, right? Because it's like little fractions of percentage points can be all the difference when you're trading, right? So what this does is it kind of gives you a general idea of like where things are going. It's pretty accurate, but for people that are really doing this like for a living, then you're going to have like all the indicators like Crown does, right? I mean, if you've watched any of his streams, he's got indicators on his indicators, and all those little baby minutia points of like a fraction of a percentage add up, especially if you're doing huge amounts of money. But if you just want a general idea of where we're likely to go, where we're likely to hit support, where we're likely to hit resistance, then this is good enough, right? And people can do it, and it's fun. It's like you can find patterns, you can see how, parallel channel, it's going to move the height of the channel. A bull flag, it's like, it looks like a flag. How big's the pole? Take it to the It's so I just try to keep it accessible and fun for people. I'm not professing to be some genius of TA. It has served me very well, but but money management is as big a part of it as TA, right? And if you're not doing good risk management, you're gonna get wrecked. So trading is a very, very risky endeavor, and that's kind of what I responded to Donovan's tweet on. When he was saying that he felt more comfortable trying to buy bottoms and sell tops, right? Well, for him, he might be able to pull that off because it's like he's very adept at his skill. The problem is the vast majority of his followers are not. And even if they hear him saying do XYZ, I'm telling you, they don't. I mean, it's like maybe some will, and they will do well to follow if he's got good advice, or Eric Crown might do well to follow him, but people think they're smarter than their teachers, and they go off book, and they get greedy, and they lose their whole bag. And, so that's the thing where it's like, be cautious with any of the degen
exactly
type
why Hex was
stake and chill.
invented with the stake and chill narrative, and
Yes.
it exactly speaks to this scenario that when we got people out there on the Twitters share their success story, and that may be all true, but that happened for them doesn't mean it's as easy as you said, and everybody can pull that off. But what everybody can do is just be staked and
Right.
sit through multiple cycles, which is really the idea. That's why to get that 30% APY, you have to stake for at least 7.5 years. So that's already 2 cycles almost. And that is kind of the idea what we're pushing.
And
Toby,
you're DCing.
what is this mechanical bracelet that you have on right there? What the hell is this tiny piece that picks up half your forearm? That's like, what are you, like 19?
I have like little,
1979?
I have like very, I
MacGyver
have small wrists, so I like chunky watches. So that's a red monkey.
Yeah, but
Cost
it's
me
not
like
the watch
$200.
that's chunky. It's not the watch that's chunky. It's
me.
It's the band. It's the band that's like screaming
It's a band.
1979.
Well,
Yes.
the watch is pretty chunky too, but
Well,
the band
enough.
the band's cool. Yeah,
That's
enough
the
watch time.
I used to see those in the 70s. You like put them through the things and you snap them together and stuff.
Yeah, we can do a watch stream another time. But
first,
Timex somewhere around here.
we have a joke from Finbear.
All right.
Yes.
Guys, what is long, green, and smells like bacon?
A candle for Hex.
Well, of course, it's Kermit the Frog's fingers.
Oh wow, that's
Happy Valentine's Day, Kermit.
Here, I just realized something.
Day,
I just realized something in the other room, actually just over my shoulder that way. My mom and dad are sitting in their living room, and I actually brought the stream up on their television, so they're watching.
That's where the echo is from.
Good.
Yes.
Hi, Mom and hi, Toby's mom and dad. How are you doing?
Hi, Toby's mom and dad.
I forgot
me,
about it. I
the
need to
television
mute
telling you to go into your pocketbook, get those nice little green notes, and mail them to P.O. Box 977, Hawaii, USA.
And we're so sorry about the Kermit the Frog joke just now.
I'm sure my dad liked it.
Your dad's cackling to himself, and he's
My
also
mom,
getting those $100 bills mailing.
Hopefully, my mom missed it, but my dad, I'm sure, liked it. So.
Do you remember back in the 70s the Soupy Sales fiasco there, Toby? You're old like me. Do you remember?
Soupy Sales?
Yeah, Soupy Sales.
I remember Soupy Sales. I remember
Soupy Sales
who he was
on TV, and he got in a big court kerfuffle because actually this was in the 60s. This could have been in the 60s before you and I were born. Anyway, he gets on TV, and he's a personality on TV, and he pulls this prank where he says, "Hi, boys and girls. I'd like you to go into your mom and dad's room, find your mom's purse, open it up. You're gonna find a little green piece of paper in there with $100, 100, written on them. Any number will do. Just grab them all, stick them in an envelope, and send them to me at this address." And kids did it.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And so he had to make good on all that. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was a prank." But he was one of the first, like, I think FCC type of pre-FCC, proto-FCC sanctioned artists for doing that prank. That was like the end of his whole thing. Yeah.
Oopsie. I thought you were going to talk about Milton Berle, but then we're really going to get filthy. So we're not going to
Uncle
do
Milty?
No, we're going to talk about this.
Uncle, wait, hold on. Uncle Milty, speaking of another classic, dude in Hollywood, Uncle Milty supposedly had the biggest schlong
Okay,
in all of
easy.
Hollywood.
My mom's right there.
Uncle Milty. Hey, Mom, remember Uncle Milty's penis? It was very large. Remember this?
Mom, I'm very sorry. That is my friend Papa.
Speaking of mom, this is Jon Stewart. I wish he was my mom.
Jon Stewart, and he's back on the Daily Show. And this for Papa Bona and myself. Don't know about Toby, but for us, this is like the
Dude,
Christ,
I've met
Christ
Jon
of
Stewart.
comedy has come back to Earth.
Yes,
like,
a smile
us,
has come back to everyone.
oh my God! And this is
Jon
how he's looking.
Stewart.
I mean, the age has taken a
He's
toll.
He's a nice older Jewish gentleman. It's okay.
But he's coming right on time to cover Indecision 2024, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? We have the two oldest people ever to run for a presidential race with
it's
Joe
an
Biden
honor to
and
have
Donald
Jon Stewart
Trump.
on our show. Hi,
And
John. How you doing?
yes.
We had to
John.
drag John out of retirement to come speak some logic to the
Some
Moranathon that's going
I
on out
think
there.
to kind of breathe, he's trying to breathe the breath of resuscitation into the Daily Show, which was absolutely tanking. I mean, it's got no talent, talent host, no talent, reporters. He comes in, instantly shines class back into the whole franchise. I don't even call it a franchise. You needed to give it a pulse.
Yeah.
So
And
he's done that. He's there
Pulsechain.
once a
On that,
week now.
it's on
Pulsechain.com.
Comedy Central.
Pulsechain.
He's back every Monday.
Mondays.
For the time being. So I cannot wait to watch this every week. I love Jon Stewart.
Yes. Now it's a weekly show. It's not a daily show because Jon Stewart's only on Mondays.
Do you know what I really liked is that
What the heck, sometimes?
he is a real world example of how if you live long enough, like my dad used to tell me, he's in the other room, he can vouch for
Hi,
this. Dad used to tell me that, if you are under 30 and not under 40 and not a Democrat, you have no heart. If you are over 40 and not a Republican, you have no brain. So I think that might be a little bit of a stretch, but it does seem like if you live long enough that you too tend to swing toward the middle. Like because I started off as a hippie, right? It's like, I was definitely liberal.
You're still a hippie.
And I'm still a little bit of a hippie. And, but it's like I became more central, right? And it's like, and I think that we've seen that with Jon Stewart too. Like as he's matured, it's like he's definitely not like just hardline left anymore. It's like he's given equal
Tony,
measure to both sides.
You're missing the point. The wisdom that your dad is laying down is the same lesson that my father told me too. He says, my father's friend, the one that actually made money. My dad never made anything, but the idea is as you grow older, you have more assets that you wish to retain, and as you wish to retain your assets, you're down for what the Republicans are laying out.
Yep.
But when you're a kid and you're a fledgling freaking part-time school teacher or bottle washer, whatever you are, you're apt to kind of listen to the reason of we're all gonna win.
Yeah. Well, if you don't have anything, it's really easy to vote to give it all away.
That's true. Or maybe you think that some of it's going to come back to you.
But that's very
not
true.
in
It
the form
depends
of
on
taxes,
one's personal circumstances also as well in terms of finances and jobs. And do you need healthcare or can you afford to pay for your own healthcare?
Absolutely.
And then it's always, becomes this decision. Although Jon Stewart, I want to say leaning, of course, more towards the Democratic or Democrat side. What he's done on a bipartisan thing is a lot of work for Army veterans and the 9/11
Firefighters.
first responses, the
Yep, yep.
responders, the firefighters. You know that, and that goes for whether you vote Republican or Democrat. He is your guy, and he's done a lot of influencing Washington D.C. on this matter. So that's makes him already a hero in my book.
That's it. Jon Stewart for president.
Yes.
Thank you. I said it. You heard it here first. I will vote for
Return
him.
the sanity.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So here we are. We
Cool.
tried to stretch out this show for as long as we could with we tried with a lot of fillers.
Who is? Yeah. Thanks. I'll try.
Like Toby.
Thank
Toby,
Hey,
you're
so
our
who
favorite
is the guest? Who is the guest going to be? Hexiest man?
Oh, brother, Hexiest man allowed, but
no, I'm definitely
I
not
assume,
the
no, he
Hexiest
had
man.
some doctor's issue that came in between,
Oh.
which he wasn't aware
It's a
a
penis
couple of days
extension.
ago. That's the penis
Yikes.
extension.
Mm.
He's gone from 9 inches to 12 inches now. But and somehow
Wow.
they changed the scheduling at the hospital. So, in his defense, is not at his fault or whatever. But we will try to reschedule because he's a great guy. I would love.
He
to
is a
have
great guy.
him
He's
I-
getting
on the
his, he's
show.
getting his own Red Bull can.
for a
Oh my
chat.
God.
Yeah.
I've got a monster.
All right, fellas, it was great being on. It's like, on that note, I'm gonna go try to
Hey,
help
go
my mother
explain these
off
things.
the
Go
floor.
explain these things to your mom and dad. Just like walk them through it. Say, you know,
I think
start with Milton Berle, then they can get an understanding of how big a penis can be.
I'm
then
fairly
we go
sure
on to
they
Red
know.
Bull
I'm
can.
fairly
Yeah.
sure they know. So
That's right.
yeah. Well,
Well,
here's
thanks,
here's a
everybody,
joke.
for
Here's
tuning
a
in.
joke. Here's a
Here's a
joke
joke.
that I will tell you to leave on. And why not tell it in front of my mom and dad? Because I already have, so it's not like I'm going to shock them. I'm at the hospital with dad a few weeks ago. Thankfully, he's doing great now. He's walking without his walker. He's doing fantastic. But in the hospital, there was a circumstance where I never thought I would be in a situation where I would have to handle my dad's 85-year-old penis. And to help him get it into a urinal, hey, here we are. I got to do it. It's like he's got to pee. I'm going to help my dad out. So here's the funny part. So my fiance, when I tell her this story where I'm just like, kind of like, oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah, right. She says to me, and I quote, "Does your dad have a hog?"
A hog?
A hog. A hog.
Who
So,
said
and I
this
said,
to, who said this to him?
my fiance asked me, she goes, "Does your dad have a hog?" And I said,
Outro.
You like drum and bass? I love